You know what time it is? I know what time it is. It's TCapCon. It's been a minute, so let's get another video out. Am I right? This one is called the Dad of the Year. I'm not sure if it's the one that I'm thinking of. Probably not, but I could be wrong. So we're gonna check this one out. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Dill, get your mic turned on. Can't hear you.
It was Sunday afternoon.
Good start. Don't have your mic on. Not gonna help a whole lot when you're trying to do this case. It's like if I didn't have my mic on before, like I've done a couple times in this recording series that you guys have definitely not seen.
And we had one more man who was going to show up.
It's the man right there. It's him. He is the man. It is Chris Hanson.
And he was coming over to meet a 14-year-old boy. And I believe we had a description of his car. So we see it pull up, and it's an SUV.
He's in the driveway, Dill, but I can't hear you coming back at me. He's backing out now. He's backing out of the driveway. He's backing out of the driveway. Yeah, looks like he's going to park on the street. Can you hear me, Dill?
He gets out and goes to the rear passenger side, and we think maybe he's going to get beer, pizza, stuff that we see these guys bring all the time. Instead, he
it
grabs
is
the hand
this
of his
guy.
5-year-old son and leads.
Oh shit! I actually know this one. I've seen this one. I've seen this one a lot. Hold on. I want to try to get. Oh yeah, this is the piece of shit who brings his son, dude. I'm not gonna lie, this was the one that I was not looking. I'm not looking forward to doing. Let me choose my words carefully. I'm looking forward to doing all these videos, but I'm not looking forward to how fucked up they are. And this guy is one of them who takes the damn cake. I'm trying to get his name real quick, so I can look him up on the wiki, so I can tell you guys what he's about. But dude,
Him out of the car and up the driveway. And I hear Frag say,
Oh, no. He brought his son.
yep. What is it, Clifford? Yeah, dude, this guy is all types. There it is. Okay, so that way, when this is done, I can give you guys a little feedback and see what's up. Because, bro, this is fucked, man. Like, you could already hear the guy already saying, like, no, man, he brought his son. Like, come on, bro. What were you going to do? I mean, we know what you were going to do, but, like, oh, bro, this one's heartbreaking.
With him. He brought his son with him. He's got his child with him.
apparently, the mother of the child, his wife, was working that day. He was in charge of the child and figured he'd just bring him along.
Stop.
And there was a collective gasp that you could hear in the house.
He's going up to the front door and he has his child with him.
Go around to the back. This door doesn't open.
He's one of these guys who had a very short online chat, but then on the phone is graphic about what he wants to do.
I'm not going to talk through this whole thing. I know you guys actually want to watch it. For those of you who haven't already seen it, I actually saw this episode on TV, and then I saw who was it? Cinnamon Toast Ken. He did his thing with Buff Pro. Go check them out. Good shit. Bro, this one's really fucked up, man. Like, I don't understand how you can have the mind capacity and the mindset of, oh yeah, I'm going to bring my son with me to do an illegal activity that's going to have me thrown in jail for what should be life, but isn't, unfortunately. Dude, like, this guy's just, how do you even have that? Like, where is the consciousness that you're supposed to have right now that tells you, hey, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't bring my little, what did they say it was, 5-year-old some odd son, where it's just like, dude, he's a child and you're going to have him come. Was he going to participate in this activity? Because that's the kind of gross feeling that I get is what he's going to do. Let's get through it.
And he has this conversation with Dell, who's posing as the 14-year-old boy.
Making the turn. Coming in the back door. Coming.
Hey, that kid looking fresh as fuck, though. Yeah, if you're watching this, whoever, kid, you were looking good at least, bro. You got the fit looking right. I hope you doing better than your deadbeat piece of shit father. Let's just say that.
Through. Walking into the living room. Holler out.
And so I'm thinking, all right, how do I handle this? And so he comes in, he's got the kid by the hand, and I walk out, and he's startled. I gotta tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you just...
Look at this face. Look at this fucking ugly, dumb fucking face. This is the face of a piece of garbage who should never, and I mean ever, be let out of jail. Like, this is gross. Like, this guy is just... I mean, this poor fucking kid is scared shitless of what's going on as it is. And then this piece of shit's just trying to get his dick sucked by an underage child in itself. Oh, I fucking hate this. I really do. This is just so wrong.
Straight up right now. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. Okay. We're doing a story on adults eating children. And since you have your child here, I'm not going to pursue this. Okay. But I think you know what you were doing here, don't you?
No, we're just going to take some information.
Take a boy out.
Forgot his dumb fucking excuse. No, I'm just gonna take him out to lunch. You know, isn't that what a good older adult male? What did they say he was, like 40 something years old? Like, yeah, that's just what a good adult male does, is take out a child for fucking lunch. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, what a piece of garbage, bro. Like, all of them are awful. We all know that, you know. But this one, top 3 worst that are on this, hands down, probably, just because of bringing your son, then bullshitting, and then acting like nothing happened, and then the aftermath, which we'll get into. This guy is one of the top 3, if not one of the worst, you know. I hate this. I fucking hate this.
Not the ones you met on the internet.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My point is, because your child is here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for fucking apologizing then, dickhead.
I think it'd be best if you just went ahead and left.
Yeah, I agree. I'm never going to do this again.
I'm never going to do this again. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, and I bet you're one of those other ones where I've never done this before. Yeah, okay. Okay, sure you're not, kid. Sure you're not, man. Sure.
And of course, Frag is talking to the police saying, you know, this has got to be a different sort of arrest.
Rob, we're going to send this guy out. We're not going to interview him because he got his kid.
Sir, right there. You come here. You come here. Let go of the child.
As gently as the female officer.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, man. Like, you literally hear the kid say, hey, where are we going? And then it's the officer, bro. And I'm just like, oh, I hate that, man. I really, truly just fucking hate that. Like, it really honestly just sucks. Just like, imagine being in that kid's position, 5, 6, 7 years old. I can't remember how old they said it was. And it's just like, dude, you're putting him through a traumatic event that he has to live with through the rest of his life. And yeah, sure, they're blurring his face out, but like, with the day of the internet, I type in your fucking name, I can find out everything about your family, including your son's name, what he's doing, and all that. And then that's just how bullying, and that's how, especially nowadays in the internet era, it's just, you're just asking for bad shit to happen. And that's exactly what's going to happen now, unfortunately, for this kid. It's just bullshit after bullshit because you decided to do something highly illegal, you know? And now look at this. I mean, look, the fucking kid's watching, man. He's watching this happen right now.
Officer scooped him up. He still had to see his father get arrested.
The fucking cameraman just comes and, I mean, good. I mean, do it. Just comes and just shoves the camera in his face. Just, it always makes me laugh.
Please give me my son, please.
You don't deserve your son. Go fuck yourself.
Can we please have my son, please?
You can kiss my ass.
You got to remember that these guys who work with me on these investigations have done other investigations with me in some of the darkest parts of the world and exposed some of the most tragic things you can see happen to kids and people. And they were just blown away. I mean, some of these guys were in tears.
You gotta put your seatbelt on, all right, buddy?
Put your seatbelt on, buddy. You gotta go for a 2-minute ride, okay?
Based upon his interview with police, the chat log, and everything else, it doesn't seem like he was going to involve the child in any sex act. It seemed like...
Okay, well, at least there's that. You know, you hope that's the case. But, I mean, just because he didn't say it doesn't mean it ain't true. Oh God, bro! Like you can even see Chris Hansen, just like damn, bro, like that. It has to strike a chord, especially to someone who is a father. Like I'm not yet, but like I put myself in just like if I had a son, like I couldn't even imagine doing something so fucking heinous to where it's not only ruining my life, but it's ruining his life. It's ruining many other people's life. And if this was a real situation, you're ruining two kids' life, your own and the other one that you're about to sexually assault. Like I don't understand how you see that's okay. Like that's the biggest. I don't see it. Like I really just don't fucking understand.
He was going to set the kid up in a room with a DVD and go do whatever he was going to do with this 14-year-old in another location of the house. During his interview with police, he suggested that it was the lack of intimacy in his marriage that drove him to do this.
So because your wife's not sucking your big fat pathetic little, well, I say big fat as in like that's what you are, like your little fucking dick can't get sucks, you're gonna go fuck a kid. Like nah man, get the fuck out of here with that. Get out of here with that, bro. I'm not listening to that.
There was a state investigation to see if the boy in any way had been abused. Pending that, relatives have told us that at first the boy was living with the mother, then the boy went to go live with other relatives because the mother took the father back in.
No fucking way.
And,
I forgot.
And that was the situation.
Oh.
PhotoFix Clifford Wallach. PhotoFix was a fast mover. At 2:24 in the afternoon, he started chatting online with a decoy posing as a 14-year-old boy. At 3:57, he was parking in front of our home. Wallach actually blames his wife, the woman who's working at a high-end retail store an hour away. He blames his wife because she, he says, in the interrogation, won't have oral sex with him. So he's got to drive across town and try to hook up with a 14-year-old boy or someone he thinks is a 14-year-old boy. It is absolutely one of the most outrageous things in a long list.
So just a little review. He was arrested in 06, decided to take his case to trial. 08, he was convicted of both counts, attempted lewd, sexual abuse. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, following by 10 years of probation. He was registered for life. That's actually good. He was released in February of 2012. In 2014, Walsh sued the company on Wade Pages. The parties decided to settle the matter for $1850. So the one thing that let me switch this over real quick. So the one little thing that I'm unhappy with here. Well, I mean, not one, just the whole fucking situation. Am I right? But while the video was going, since I've seen it, I actually wanted to read ahead and kind of see like what happens outside and all that. So this I'm gonna use my words. No, I'm not. This jerk off right here, right? So he literally, after this happened, goes on the record and says, I was also entrapped by a sting. I was entrapped by a sting in 06. This is the one that this video is taken, and was made example from the state. Out of 34 people arrested, I was one of the few that went to prison. My mistake, hear this out. You ready? My mistake was hiring a lawyer that wasn't part of the good old boys club in Fort Myer. I lost everything. My children, my family, everything I owed was gone. Oh, owned. They spelled that wrong. To this day, 15 years later, I'm still suffering. No one will hire me, and I feel stuck in the state. The prison was a nightmare. Being abused by DOC police. They kept moving comp to comp. That's just how that word. You're gonna move. That's being in prison. They don't keep you there for a reason. Not only was I entrapped, but since this was done by a vigilante group and Dateline NBC, it was run over and over, especially during my trial. I ran out of money for my appeal and suffered. Since being released, I have held few jobs until they found out about my prison stay by the vigilante group and subsequently fired. Yeah. So this guy couldn't even take responsibility for what he did wrong. He decides to blame the lawyer, the NBC Dateline, and everyone else except the guy who showed up to have sex with a 14-year-old kid. I mean, talk about no fucking accountability. That jerk off doesn't have any accountability. Like, this guy is awful. And I mean awful. And I'm you know, I'm trying to watch my language a little more, but when you see stuff like that, it's just gross. Like, people like that shouldn't be let from behind bars, especially if they can't take accountability for what they did. And this is something so simple as, well, I mean, there's no saving it. You ruined your life. But if you took accountability, at least you can actually start making the right steps to taking amends and maybe even fixing what is wrong with yourself. But instead, you're just going to blame everybody else for your mistake. Here's the aftermath. Wallace would later divorce his wife and move from Florida to upstate New York in 2021. Wallach was categorized as a tier 2 sex offender, indicating he has a moderate risk of reoffending, and was required to register his status with the law enforcement every 6 months. He was also designated as a sexual violent offender on the New York State, meaning he was mandated to continuously update his status with the law enforcement for the rest of his life. In 2023, Walsh moved from upstate New York to Connecticut. So all he's really trying to do right now is just trying to escape, you know, his bullshit. He's trying to escape his fate, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, you fucked up. You got to eat it. You got to eat it. And I hope it follows him for the rest of his life, as it should. Like, there's no reason somebody should, you know, not be required to register, especially when you met up, had the chat log, brought your fucking son, and it's just gross, man. It's just gross. Bleh. Are you kidding me? Just bleh after that. I just feel sick. Bleh. It's like, I didn't think that was going to be the first one I started, you know, bringing the series back into, but bleh. All right. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm hoping you're still enjoying the series. You guys still seem to. If you guys want me to start watching anything else, playing anything else, let me know. Check out the new content warning that I just dropped. We're doing gameplay with Noah and our boy Bruce, so tell me how you guys are liking that. There's a bunch stored, so if you guys want to see more, I'll definitely keep dropping more. Getting ready back to get into Hoarders and all that stuff, cart narcs and all that. It's all coming. It's all coming. Just wanted to get back into the swing of things with this because, you know, I enjoy and don't enjoy this at the same time, so I'm like, fuck it, man, may as well try it. And as always, go love somebody, go hug somebody. Yeah, man, I'll see y'all later. Deuces.